good afternoon. This is Mandy. In this video, I want to go over with you the summary section of the Allscripts patient chart. Under your summary, you have your face sheet, which the face sheet is the overall view of the entire patient's chart. It includes the problem list, the surgery list, the allergies, the social history, family history, diagnostic, health maintenance. You have your encounter section, you have your medication section, and you have your orders section. Patient manager screen is a one-stop shop. This is where you can go to see previous appointments, upcoming appointments, appointment cancellations and no-shows, medication refills that will be needed within the next week. You can see future orders, your demographics is pretty self-explanatory. You can see insurance, contacts, who you can contact. Now, mind you, this is a test patient, so we're not going to see any. What I do want to show you is if you needed to change the pharmacy here, maybe a patient's pharmacy is listed as Walmart, but they tell you that they're no longer going to go to Walmart. They want to use CVS. In order to change that, you would click on the pencil. You would go to other information, and this is where your local pharmacy, you can change to CVS. I recommend putting in at least a zip code, otherwise you're going to get pages and pages of CVS. So let's, so you can just double click on the CVS Warren and click on OK. That will change it. Reminders, maybe you have a patient who is hard of hearing and you want to put in a reminder. A reminder will pop up at anybody who opens up the patient's chart. To set that up, you click on the plus sign here, you enter patient is hard of hearing. And you can remind, if you do not click this box, it's going to remind everybody that opens the chart that the patient is hard of hearing. If you want to limit it to just maybe one provider, you can do that. High priority is just going to make it in red. And once you're finished, you want to save this to the chart. Now, if you're rooming a patient and there's a reminder in here, maybe such as patient is overdue for a colonoscopy, but you know the patient had the colonoscopy, what you want to do is you want to mark this reminder complete, and it will stop popping up at every single visit. We have flow sheets. We have flow sheets for patients that are on Coumadin. We have allergy flow sheets. We have blood pressure flow sheets. Maybe this patient, we're going to start giving Prolia, and I want to apply a Prolia flow sheet. I just want to add that, and I want to click on OK. So now when the patient comes in, maybe he was in today for his Prolia, and then I can put the time, I can put where we administered the Prolia, the lot number, the expiration date. Insurances require a recent calcium level, and they also require the date that the last calcium level was done. I would say the most common flow sheet that we have is the Coumadin management flow sheet. And I will bring that in here. Click on OK. okay, and then you could say that today, 12:15, their current dose of Coumadin is 5 milligrams daily. Their INR today is 2.6. The provider wants them to continue 5 milligrams daily. Recheck in 2 weeks. And here I would generally recommend that you put your initials and then you put your provider's initials as well. It's also a good idea to note that the patient is aware, and then you can just close the chart. If the chart is wanting you to sign off on it, just unclick the include in H&P button. It'll allow you to close the chart. I'll pull my patient back up. There's the reset button that you can always use. That will pull up the most recent patients that you have accessed. And I'm going to continue on to immunizations. If a patient maybe calls and wants to know when their last tetanus shot was, you want to go to the immunizations tab. You want to click on edit, and we can see that they had a Tdap March 1st of 2019. If you're rooming a patient and they're telling you that they had their flu shot at CVS, you want to click on add historical. You want to choose the flu shot. And we don't know anything about this except they're telling us that they received their flu shot at CVS. Maybe they only know that they received it in September, and that is okay. Once we're finished, we want to save and complete. And now we have record of when the patient received their last flu shot. Medication administration works the same way as immunizations. However, in medication administration, you're going to see anything that was administered while the patient was in the office. So you're going to see B12, you're going to see Toradol, Rocephin, etc. Chart attachments. Here, if a patient had their office records sent to us on a disk and we uploaded the disk into the computer, you are going to see, be able to pull those records in chart attachments. Result summaries. Maybe you have a patient that is diabetic and you want to trend, you want to see their last several A1Cs. You click on diabetes here. It's going to show you the last 6 months. Keep in mind that this is a test patient, so we're not going to really see too much. We can click on all past dates and we can click on OK. And then it will give us trends of where the A1C has been falling. This results section is a section for the nurses. This is where they manage any orders that the provider puts into the system, such as CTs and referrals, MRIs, etc. Nobody really uses the pregnancy record. And then we have the questionnaires. Now, if Harry came in and he needed a mini mental status examination done, you can click on the plus sign. You can choose the brief interview for mental status, and then you can go through this mini mental status with the patient. Once you're finished, you want to save and complete. And that is the summary area of Allscripts. Some other questionnaires are for a timed get up and go, and we also have the annual wellness visit in there.